Hi, today I thought I'd discuss how the human brain for everyone is a very multi-layered organ. Now, in terms of disabilities such as autism, often various conditions can be present at the same time and various conditions can be not present at the same time. For instance, for this video, I'm going to talk about the complexities when it comes to autism and intellectual impairment. Now, intellectual impairment is something that can occur alongside autism, along with a number of other disabilities. I myself don't have intellectual impairment, but two of my siblings who have autism do. Now, let me just talk about what intellectual impairment itself is. To have intellectual impairment legally and medically means that you have an IQ below 70. And so any IQ 69 or lower, many years ago they used to call it mental retardation, but no, that's not politically correct anymore, so now it's intellectual impairment. Now, often when it comes to that, it's difficult because for a number of reasons. One of them is that often when we talk about intellectual impairment to describe their disability, a lot of people wonder if it just means they have a learning difficulty or it just means that they're a bit slow at processing. But no, intellectual impairment is when you have an IQ below that of an average adult, and according to how severe you are, it gives you the average IQ of a child at any sort of age, depending on the severity. Now, when it comes as well to when people hear that we have a disability, many people do assume that all of us have intellectual impairment as well. Now, here's where I have to come and say that the human brain is a very complex, multi-layered organ. There isn't just one part of how intelligent or how functioning you are. There are many different areas, and especially people who study disabilities or people who live with disabilities, there are many different areas of the brain that can or cannot be affected. For instance, someone who's generally low functioning can have several sparks in particular areas, which can surprise their peers somewhat when they show skills or an aptitude in that area. And it also works the other way round too. Someone can have average or above average intelligence, but have difficulties in certain areas, which can make people assume that they're just slow in general. So this was a very brief talk, so I'm going to end this by saying that when it comes to disabilities, when we study them, when we live with them, the brain is not just single layered. There are many different layers that can or cannot be affected, which makes the field of diagnosing disabilities not so simple a thing. Thank you.